look, we've had 2 exciting episodes, 1 deep, meaningful episode. It was about time that we had an episode that kind of made you feel nothing, but also kind of levity, a little bit more levity, like
levity with the jokes and stuff.
With the jokes, exactly. It was dark levity, but it was levity, and so we got some new introductions. Again, it's sad I have to always keep mentioning it, but it always makes me realize I'm scared of this show becoming The Walking Dead. And sometimes when we introduce people like what we got for this episode, I get like Negan, the sheriff, the governor, the farmer, like those fears of being like, nah, man, I do not want to be on a 10-year run of this show telling me about zombies and people basically living Lord of the Flies.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But I mean, it was good. Nice to see the development of Ellie and what's his name? I was about to say Rick, but Ellie and what's his name's relationship continuing to improve, and him settling into the role as protector of Ellie, and allowing her to have more responsibilities over the time. So that part was really good, in my opinion. It was good to see, but ultimately we have new people, which always that chick will always forever be the crazy chick from 2.5 Men.
Yeah, she is.
I can never see her as anything else.
That's I mean that's pretty cool for this role, because she's on the, I don't know if she's crazy, but she's certainly disturbed.
Yes.
She's certainly on edge, and she's certainly doing things that she probably wouldn't do if she wasn't in a apocalyptic situation.
Right.
And I think she's really well cast because she has that really girly voice.
Yes. It's disarming. It's incredibly disarming.
Yeah, it's a trademark. Her trademark is that voice. But that here it just voice. So it's good. She's good casting in this one, because you can sense that this was a girl in the normal world who just wouldn't be like this. But she's been shoved into this corner. She's obviously lost people. She's angry. She wants vengeance.
Right.
And she's going to get after Joel and Ellie. And obviously, now who are the name of the 2 people? Henry and I don't know. I forget
the couple.
The people who basically pull the gun at them at the end. She's after those 2 people.
Oh, right.
So just to remind you, she's after those 2 guys, because she believes that they're snitches, and snitches get stitches in her eyes. And she sees the deaths of these guys that Joel and Ellie killed, and think that's
Henry.
That's Henry.
Right. And their army. Their inexplicable army.
So they were inadvertently chasing Ellie and Joel, thinking they were Henry, but now they're chasing all of them, because it looks like, from what I'm reading, I'm not reading, but listening to, those 4 hook up and try to find their way out of Kansas City. Right. Which is what this is going to looks like. This is what's going to be. Like I think this episode is a bit like, Andor episode 4 or 5. Where we've just had a sequence, we've just had a couple of things. Now here's a setup episode. We're going to play out Kansas City for 2 or 3 episodes, just like Andor did that really distinctly. But at the same time, really. That was one of the things I think the episode did. The other thing it did was really just kind of start maturing this relationship between Joel and Ellie.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting because I think so. I had read somewhere that the director for this episode is one that's really known for having those 2-part series. Forgot another episode show that they did that it was another. Was it Star Wars? Maybe it was Andor, but that for this one, it's not surprising how the setup is. Now, I don't think it's going to be something that's going to be consistent, where it's like these open setup to have a conclusion, which it better have a strong conclusion this weekend. I'm sorry, on Friday, a strong conclusion on Friday, because it doesn't come out against the Super Bowl, right?
Oh, Friday your time, which means, does that mean Saturday morning here? Within 24 hours of now.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Something to
So
look forward to.
Yeah, because they know better than to try and go up against the Super Bowl. It's a pointless element.
Particularly
But
since an Australian is playing in it.
Say that again.
Particularly since there's an Australian playing for the Philadelphia Eagles, and everyone's watching it to see him win.
Sure, right, dude. Or we'll go with that.
You knew I was going to bring that up, surely. By the way, yeah, sorry, keep going. Just keep going.
Yeah, so I was going to say, it's good that we have a break. Jeremy Webb, that's the director for this episode, and this guy's done some amazing stuff. Obviously, Umbrella Academy, Altered Carbon, The Punisher.
Right. Okay.
Umbrella Academy did that as well.
Yeah.
So obviously, he's pretty good at what he does.
It's interesting that you have these moments where you have this point of levity. You get this now, again, the dystopian element of it. But I do like the fact that there's also places that seem to be safe zone. Like I know we had the quarantine zone, and that should be like an acknowledgement of an area that the fungi has not or cannot go to. But I do like the fact that there is more understanding of areas that the fungi can't reach, even underground with the network, which is a little surprising to me. Which at least should result, which should give some factor to the weakness and ability to defeat this thing. Though again, the big worry is, are they going to make the zombies obsolete because the people will become so chaotic?
Well, I think there's a slight moment in this episode where you see the floor beginning to pound up.
Right.
And I from what I've seen from the preview clip or review clip for next episode, I think something comes out from there.
Right.
So these things they never explain why the fungi is all over Boston, like to a huge degree.
Right.
Have they explained why it wasn't all over Kansas City? Why that's basically a human?
No, they just said that there's some places that it hasn't gone, but they haven't actually said why it hasn't gone into those respective locations. Like in some parts of forests, like it was like, oh, it hasn't made it. It's not here. It's remote. Or but I guess one could make the argument that certain areas are too cold for it to be able to reside because the heating of the climate is what made it evolve initially, and the usage of the people's bodies is what allows it to be able to survive longer. Okay. So wherever these remote locations are, they either have to be too cooling, or it doesn't have enough nutrient for it to survive on past a certain point.
Let's remind our friends to please click on the subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you know when we have new videos out.
Subscribe!
Subscribe!
Oh, God.